Many car enthusiasts remember the days when you could pick up a 240SX for under 10 grand, and when you could find an E46 M3 for under 30, thanks to a number of factors such as the recent chip shortage, popularization of certain models thanks to platforms like TikTok, and decreasing likelihood of finding certain vehicles in good condition has caused prices to skyrocket. Today at Vice City Vehicles, we're going to help you by identifying 10 cars that will most likely spike in price but are relatively cheap right now. Starting off our list is the Mark VI Volkswagen Golf R. Even 2 years ago, it was not uncommon to find the original Golf R, the Mark IV R32 for under 20 grand. However, the popularity of this model has grown exponentially and you'll be lucky to find one in general. We expect the Mark VI R to follow this trend as models ranging from 2010 to 2014 are already reaching prices similar to its younger brother the Mark VII R. The Golf's turbocharged 4-cylinder, paired with Volkswagen's lightning quick DSG transmission and all-wheel drive make the Mark VI R an appealing daily driver, and the interior has honestly kept up with the times and contains small hints of Audi. Next up is the last of a dying breed, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. In 2017, Mitsubishi decided to stop production of the Lancer and shift its focus over to crossovers and SUVs, as well as electric and hybrid powertrains. Unfortunately for the car community, there has been zero rumors of a return for the Lancer, but if you're interested in getting behind the wheel of a 5-speed manual turbo 4-cylinder future JDM classic, then now's your chance. Lancer Evolutions can still be grabbed for under $22,000 US, which is a steal because other Mitsubishi performance models like the 1990s Eclipse GSX are nearly impossible to find now, and when they are for sale they carry a hefty price. With the Lancer Evo most likely being the last sports car ever to be produced by the Japanese manufacturer, it may be a good investment to get one while you still can. While our next pick isn't necessarily what you might call cheap, the return on investment of the purchase of a Mercedes-AMG E63s could be groundbreaking, as Mercedes-AMG phases out its beloved bi-turbo V8 platform in favor of hybridized turbocharged 4-cylinders. They are doing one last call with the E63s. While the E-Class's little brother the C63 has already transitioned, Mercedes is still offering the 603 horsepower 4-liter V8 one last time for the 2023 model year. Currently sitting a little above $100,000, there is a high possibility that years down the line this number could even double for those still wishing to feel some old-school German muscle. Speaking of muscle, next is the SRT8 and RT Dodge Challenger models. With Dodge waving a final goodbye to its long lineage of V8s with the newly released Demon 170, we can expect to see varying price increases for all well taken care of Challenger and Charger models. While newer Dodge muscle cars like the Trackhawk and Hellcat are still fairly expensive, older models such as the RT and SRT8 can be found for around $20,000 to $30,000. And with brands like Ford and Chevy discontinuing their muscle cars, these low prices may not stick around forever as demands for an American V8 increases in a market full of EVs. Number 5. Porsche 928. Not all Porsches are perfect, yet the name alone carries a reputation other automakers can only dream of achieving. The good news for car collectors, or simply smart investors, is that not all Porsches are outside the realm of ownership. In today's market, the Porsche 928 S4 can be bought for around $15,000 to $25,000 used. There is a very real possibility that this somewhat forgotten model could gain traction in value, however. Why, you may ask? Porsche's flagship sports car, the 911, has seen diminished availability in recent years, which may lead to greater demand for other options such as the 928. Despite its awkward styling, the 928 is still at heart a true Porsche with a unique water-cooled 5.4-liter V8 and a decent interior. Before the recent influx in car prices, the 928 was known by many as the cheap man's Porsche, since you could find them for as low as $10,000 in some cases. Fast forward to 2023, prices have slowly gone up and we can only expect this to continue. At 6 is the Ford Fiesta ST 200. Released back in 2016, the Fiesta ST was quicker and more enjoyable to drive than the regular Fiesta hatch. An extra ST kit adds a layer of glitter to the already intelligently styled Super Mini. Ford saved the best for last by releasing the ST 200, a nearly flawless hot hatch powered by a 1.6-liter 197 horsepower turbocharged gasoline engine. What makes the ST 200 a good candidate to appreciate and value is the fact that roughly 400 models were produced for most countries. Despite this, you can pick up a Fiesta ST for around $15,000. A number sure to change if wide attention is drawn to the unbeknownst exclusivity of the car. Another American car bound to go up is the C5 Corvette. While Chevrolet's flagship sports car has never been cheap to acquire, older models such as the John Cafaro-designed C5 Corvette, which was produced from 1997 to 2004, is actually reasonably priced on the second-hand market at around $22,000 to $29,000. The reasoning behind our speculation that the C5 could see an upturn in value is based on the price of the newest Corvette. The C8, which starts at $64,000, has been rather difficult to obtain due to late production. In turn, high-performance models like the Z06 and Z07 are seeing dealer markups and are being sold for well over $100,000. These prices have caused older models to garner more attention. The C7 has seen abnormal pricing in the last year, and we can only expect the C5 to follow in its footsteps. Now, if you thought the C5 Corvette was old, we're going back even further with our 8th pick, the 1967 Volkswagen Beetle. Although the Beetle sold in bunches pretty much from the first year of production to the last, the 1967 model stands apart in value. At this moment it is still fairly affordable, but it is getting harder to find and is rapidly gaining value all over the world with its huge fan base. Just a few years ago, these cars were given away for free, but that's certainly not the case today. Our top tip to acquire one for a lot less money is to import it from Mexico or some other Central South American country, which easily saves you 10 to 12 grand. Number 9. Mazda RX8. Oftentimes the RX8 is a bit looked over thanks to the cult classic RX7. While the RX7 is a cultural icon and looks a bit better exterior-wise, they both share the unique Mazda rotary engine which produces some of the sweetest sounds ever. Due to the incredible unreliability of this 4-cylinder, 238 horsepower engine, many RX8s have been cast aside unable to run. On the used market, RX8s can be easily had for under $11,000 due to this fact, and since RX7s are known these days to sometimes even fetch close to 6 figures, a boost in price may be seen for the quirky sedan as numbers continue to dwindle as more and more rotaries blow up. For our final pick, we've selected the 8J Audi TTS and RS, which we think is the best option if you are truly interested in a reasonably priced sports car that has a high possibility for financial recompensation. The S-Line TT had a 2-liter 4-cylinder capable of producing 270 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. These numbers can be increased exponentially with the right modifications, and the sleek, compact look of the TT goes hand in hand with its performance capabilities. Right now, TTSs can be purchased from $22,000 to $30,000, and since the TT was just removed from Audi's lineup, these prices will not last long as many will be clamoring to get their hands on one of the best Audi S models produced. And with that being said, that's all we have for you today. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for weekly automobile content just like this, and comment down below which cars you expect to jump in price in the foreseeable future. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.